go back to 2017, this was years ago when I was trying to start building my business, something that I wish I had done different was invest more into organic content, into building a brand, into YouTube videos, stuff that I'm doing more now. But at that time, I was 100% ads. And the cool thing about ads is when they work, you can make a ton of money. But if they ever stop working or they're not as effective, you won't make as much. And so I was going full tilt on ads, but at that time, I couldn't get them to work. But I knew that was the fastest path for me to go from broke to rich without building a brand over the long haul. And so I invested in over 5 more coaches at about $10,000 a piece, so $50,000 in the hole. Now people will ask, how did I come up with that money? I was making $20,000 to $30,000 a month organically, but I was working my ass off. I was sending messages, 10 to 12 hours a day, working 16 hours, had no life, had no girlfriend, had no car. Like I was living at my parents' house in a really small bedroom. It just was not a good time for me. And I invested in these coaches and every single coach was like, yeah, like I'll definitely help you to fix the ads. And I do want to say this, now that I'm on the other side of coaching and consulting, it's not 100% on the coach. Like it's really on you to make it work. But the thing that I put on myself is that I let them kind of dupe me into it or tell me they could fix my ads, when in reality, they were just showing me the same stuff that the other coaches showed me. And after 5 times, I said, okay, like for whatever reason, my stuff isn't working. I have to figure this out on my own. And my dad came to me and said, Tanner, if you stop paying these coaches, you'd be a lot richer. Because what would happen is I'd make money from organic messaging, put a lot of time and effort into my business. I would then pay the coach, so I'd send over $10,000 or $15,000, whatever it was, and then I would lose the money that I was working so hard for. My dad said, you're basically in the same spot 6 months later. If you would just hold on to that cash, you'd actually be richer. And I will say this, although I am telling you about stories where I've lost a lot of money, there's nothing that imprints more on your brain than making a bad decision of what not to do. And knowing what not to do is just as helpful as knowing what to do.